Hey everyone, this is the second video on Hack the square-1 series of my channel, and welcome to my channel cubesapien.com. So basically in this video I will be showing you guys what square-1 puzzle really is and how it works and some basic notation of this puzzle. So this puzzle consists of 8 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 8 edges. The edges shaped a triangle piece that you can see here. In both of the opposite side you can see a single block of the pieces, and unfortunately you can't do any rotation in the single block side. And turning from the block side you can see a block is sliced into a piece, and that's the correct position of holding your square-1. So for holding a square-1, the correct way is to put the line block which have a smaller rectangle on your left and the bigger rectangle on your right, and doing the turns by that. If you already have an square-1, you may notice that if you turn the cube tends to deform from its cube shape to some weird structures, and that's the really unique thing about square-1. None other puzzles other than square-1 in WCA deform their shape from square-1. So that's it for the introduction of square-1. Now let's move to the notations. So unlike any other WCA events, the notations of 3x3 or other events are represented by capital letters like R, U, RI, UI. But for square-1 they are represented by a set of letters which just represents like the coordinate geometry system, where the first letter indicates the number of rotation that is to be applied on the top layer of the square-1, and the second number applied to the bottom layer of the square-1. And here how the notation works for square-1. So after every notation then you will just see a slash move like this, or slash sign. So that means that after every set of terms, like here I do 1, -3, you have to just rotate this R slice to 180 degree. So just like this, not like middle, just 380 degree. That means you have to just take this block from your front side to just to your back side. So if you are using any timers like the CS timer and twisted timers, that you can see that the numbers have some negative signs in front of them. So they are used to indicate that whether the top layer or bottom layers are to be moved in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction respective to top and bottom layers. So here are few examples of the notation that you may get on are useful to know. So first one is 1, 1. Since the first number is 1, so the first number represents the top layer, and which will indicate that since it is written 1, so we have to just move from one slide to the second slide. You can just see one line to line here, and this is your baseline. So all the counting is to be counted from here. So from here 1, 1. So 1 is positive, so you have to just rotate in clockwise direction. So first one is 1, just like that, to just go from this slide to this slide. And since the next number is 0, so nothing is applied to the bottom layer and the bottom layer remains intact. So the second example is 3, 0. So 3 represents 3 number is to be applied on the top layer, and the next 0 applies that nothing is to be implemented on the bottom. So first 3 goes like that. So this is 0, 1. So the counting starts from 1. Then here one line for the corner, here one slide 2, and the third slide 3. So 0, this is 0 position, so nothing is to be counted. 1, 2 and 3, or you can count likewise that 1 block, 2 block or 3 block. So since the first number is 3, so you have to just go to 3. 1, 2 this block and 3, and that's complete the notations. And for the down, since it is 0, nothing is to be applied. So the third case shows here 0, minus 1. So 0 is the first number, so nothing is applied to the top layer. So the minus 1 is to be implemented on the bottom. So the minus 1 for the bottom layer goes like this. So this is your counting base. So this is 0 and this is your 1. And for bottom layer, this side goes your positive 1, 2, 3, and if you just go like this, it goes for -1, -2, -3, like that. So since it is base, so it is top layer is to be 0, so the second is -1. So for you can either select as one block or slide. So this is 0 slide and this is the first, and since it goes in this direction, right direction, so it is -1. So turn the bottom layer just like that, and that completes the notation. The next notation is 0, minus 3. Since the first number is 0, so nothing is to be applied on the top layer, and -3. So this is our base counting. 0, like in right side goes minus 0, -1, -2, and finally this is -3. So goes like the notation: 0, -1, -2, this line, and -3, and that goes for the notation of 0, -3. So next notation is 1, -1. So the first number represents 1, which means is to be implemented on the top. So 1 means one block or second slide, since this is 0 and this is 1, so 1, and -1, since this is 0, first block, so this second slide will be -1, and that completes the rotation. The second notation is 1, -3. So first 1 that I have just shown, second slide that is right here, so I just showed you the 1, so the 1 goes like this, and next is -3. So -3, since this is 0 and here it goes minus, so 0, 0, -1, -2, and -3. So -1, -2, and -3. That completes the notations. And for the final notation, it is 1, 3. So as I showed earlier, 1 that is to be implemented on top layer, and for 3, since from 0 if you go to right it shows negative, since this notation contains +3, which do not need any plus sign to be indicated, so you just move this side, turn the layer to your right side. So how it goes, so here is so our top layer is already 1, so here is the base side, so here is 1, here is 2, and here it goes for 3. So how it will work, so 1, +1, +2, and +3. And that's it for the tutorial of notation on square 1. Hope this video helped you guys, and wish you to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.